This represents the day of 9/11, and it's meant to be read. Of course, the first two panels aren't finished yet, but it's meant to be read left to right, just like a book, and top to bottom. And there's 54 paintings altogether in it, but it starts out in the morning up there when the towers are standing, and here's, the first attack is up there, and the second one you can see is already painted here. This is the South Tower being struck, and then this panel represents about an hour later when the South Tower comes down. It's the one on the left in each of these. And then this panel is about 20 minutes later when the North Tower comes down. And here's where Building 7 collapses. And then it's just the dust, and it goes on into the sunset. And then the bigger ones show the collapse of the North Tower, which was the second one. And then, of course, the biggest image is similar to this one here, where the North Tower is just beginning to fall. The South Tower is already fallen, so it's no longer there, of course. And so it's a history of that infamous day.
And I see all your source photos here that you're working from.
Yeah, I try to be as accurate as I can.
How much longer do you think it's going to take you?
Probably another 3, maybe even 4 weeks. Video. Yeah, for eclipse. Like, how long eclipse does it?
Until my battery runs out.
Oh, wow.
So tell me about this painting.
Well, this was started in the year of the bicentennial in 1976. I did the original, like a maquette, I guess you'd call it. It was like a colored pencil, about, well, it's 20 by 30 inches. And I always thought about doing a big painting from it, but I never got around to it until a few months ago. And so it took me probably, well, a good 3, maybe 4 months to sort of reproduce that. And I never used actual photographs of paintings, which if I would have, there would have been more variety in the way the flag flopped and all,
So you just used your maquette from the 70s?
Yeah, in my imagination, so that that's the only thing I don't like about it as far as, the technically, is that it doesn't show the whole variety of flag waving that you'd see in an actual flag. This is sort of like idealized, so it's just like ripples, rather than the flapping in the wind like it would be in reality. But it goes just like the one that we looked at next door. It goes from early morning where there's no flagpole even, and then this one is read top to bottom and in a pattern up and down like that. So over here it's early morning or nighttime, and then it starts getting a little bit lighter and lighter, and then comes down over here, and then here's the flagpole shows up, and the flagpole is there as the sun starts coming up, and then the flag is raised and starts blowing, and then it gets windier and windier, so it gets stretched out throughout the warm part of the day when it's windiest, and then toward sunset it gets more mild in its flutter, and finally sort of hangs limp along evening in the dusk, and then the pole is there by itself, and then the pole disappears and it's back into a night. So it's sort of like a day in the life of Old Glory. Bernard, which is his hands up like he's ready to sing
Oh, beautiful, for spacious sky.